first spring on Taylor. Coach made a lot coming to this one about trying to not let McDonald take control. How do you feel about things defensively and trying to slow her down and slow them down overall?
I think we did a really good job, especially in that first half. I think she kind of got loose a little bit there at the end, but at that point, I mean, it was too late. But I think overall, you know, we try to take them out of their strength and we try to contain her, and I think we did a really good job on that today.
Any keys to that, Taylor?
We just talked about not letting her get to the free throw line by her penetration and stopping the catch and shoots, forcing them to take contested pull-ups, but at the same time not letting them get to the rim. So.
What is it about that where nobody in their life has ever had 3 triple doubles against the same opponent? What is it about them? I mean, it's twice this season.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't really know what it is, you know, about them. Was recruited by them, and you know, every time we play them, they're giving us their best shot, and so I obviously have to do the same, and our team has to do the same. So we're always amped up to be able to play them, and now they're, you know, one of the best teams in the Pac-12 and one of the best teams in the country. So it's awesome to see where they've come to.
Taylor, you found a lot of other ways to contribute Monday, but was it nice to get your shots to fall again tonight?
Yeah, it was just trying to find where I can fit in, and then they find me in the corners and just off those penetration and kicks. So I just try to knock them down.
Taylor, what's kind of your mindset coming off the bench, providing the spark? Seems like the last 2, 3, 4 weeks you've played kind of your best basketball.
I'm really just trying to come in and change the momentum or keep the same momentum that's going and just be a spark off the bench. Our team is flowing offensively, so I just try to hit the open shots I get. If I have the penetration and kick, whatever, I just try to do whatever I can to help. And then on defense, really just trying to stick to the scout and get defensive stops and tips and steals, just trying to fit in where I can.
Is there a statistic that matters most to you? Because even at UConn, you don't score, but your efficiency was pretty ridiculous. So is there a particular stat that you look at each day to know if you played well there?
Usually I like to look at steals, but a lot of times it'll be tips or just ways. A lot of the things that I feel like I do don't show up on the stats. So whether it be just getting in help to force the kick out when we don't want that person to penetrate, just knowing the scout, and really there's not something that I look at to decide whether I had a good game or not. It's if we won, I did my job, then that's a good game to me.
Sabrina, this one looked a little chippy out there, especially in the second half. There's a lot riding on this game this weekend. Were they playing you guys a lot tougher and tighter than you expected?
I think so, and I also think, you know, the refs let us play, and we saw that early on, and they let us play the entire game, and so I think, you know, we saw that from the jump, and we had to be able to fight back, and if they were going to let us play like that, then we can play like that as well, and so they obviously, you know, needed to come in and needed to play really well for them to beat us, and so we knew that, and we prepared for that, and I think we did a great job in not letting them do that.
How about your passing? You guys didn't have a great first half in passing the ball, but you improved that in the second half.
Yeah, we were joking about it. We were like, is there butter or something on the ball? Because, you know, we were turning it over quite a lot. But, you know, we haven't played at home in a while, and I think we all were super amped up. We know it's a big weekend. The crowd was fired up. And, you know, I think we're really excited to be able to come out and play today, obviously a big game. And so I think we were just jumping the pass a little bit. And, you know, we needed to settle down a little bit. And once we did, you know, our offense got flowing.
With as well as you guys have played in first quarters, I think, the last couple of months, was it surprising maybe that, I mean, it's a pretty slow game, especially a lot of turnovers on both sides. Are you kind of surprised by how that came together?
No, I mean, you know, we're not going to be able to come out every single game and you know, shoot really well and score and take care of the ball every single time. There's going to be some days that the ball doesn't go in and we got to find other ways to score. And so, you know, today the first quarter and the second quarter were a little bit slow for us, but we found ways to continue to get stops and scores and kind of chip away at it. And then, you know, the third quarter, I think we hit the ground running like we normally do.
You guys have talked about how much your mentality has shifted since the ASU loss. When you get them in a couple of days, just how do each of you approach the next couple of days leading into that?
I mean, we're ready. I've been ready since I lost to them, and I know we've been ready since we lost to them. So, I mean, we're coming in, and you know, we're really excited to get, you know, another chance at them, and especially for them to play us here. So, you know, gonna go watch, you know, their game right now, but I'm already ready right now. I could go play the game at this moment.
Taylor, because I know it's certainly a meaningful game for you as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that game. I think we've all been chomping at the bit for this one to come around, so I'm really excited to see how my team responds, and I feel like we've had a lot of great strides since that loss, so we're ready.
triple double number 24, some symbolism perhaps to that number. Any naming to you in that regard?
Yeah, definitely a little bit more emotional for this one. I'd probably be receiving a text at this time with him, telling me something, congratulating me, and obviously keeping up with it. But he's sending me a text in a different way, so I definitely can hear him, congratulating me and our team. So I hope I can just stay at 24 for the rest of the year, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Sabrina, what was it like to have Dante back in town this week, just hanging out with an old friend and teammate?
I mean, awesome. It's almost like she never left. She practiced with us for 2 days, and she was on the scout team, and she's gotten tremendously better on both sides of the floor, and so it's been awesome to see, how much she's improved from when she's left here, but at the same time, it's like she's never left. We got dinner with her, and, we hang out with her, and it's like she's still part of the team. A lot of us can still talk to her all the time and keep up with her games, and so, she's a true Duck and one that really loves us and continues to watch us grow.
Did you ever go one-on-one with her?
No, I don't play one-on-one. I get a little bit too competitive, so I'll just stick to 2-on-2.
All right, thanks.
Good job, guys.
Appreciate that.
Okay, no statement. Let's just go. What you got?
When the game opens, as physical as that was, not just sloppy, because it was both ways, how do you approach it? Because ASU played it physical, but they didn't play quite that way in Tucson. How do you adjust to when they were really not intended very much playing basketball? That was
Yeah, it was a tough first quarter, no question about it in terms of the physicality. But I thought defensively, boy, we were really on point. We made some turnovers and struggled a little bit offensively, but still had an 8-point lead going into the second quarter, mainly because of our defense, and then we kind of took off from there. But yeah, this is always a tough weekend because both the Arizona teams really get after you and are physical.
Mignon had been bringing the ball up more as of late. It looked like they were trying to bother her a little bit, and that's what led to the turnovers. And you switched back to Sav. Was that just that adjustment because they were?
Sure. Yeah, they, it got Mignon into a couple early turnovers, and we just looked like we were a little out of sync, and it's one great thing about having Sabrina on your team. She settles things down, and she can make plays out of that point guard spot, so, and that kind of got us going. And, we went into the hammer a lot more in the second and third quarter, too, especially early in that third quarter, and that helped. But, yeah, Sabrina's just, she's a incredible talent. Be able to play really anywhere on the court. And tonight we played her at the 1, 2, 3, and 4 spots.
Really, when you have a player as talented as Taylor, who I think it's fair to say would be a starter at most programs right now, how do you kind of approach her in terms of getting that out of her as the sixth man this year? And obviously it's been huge.
Well, I think she's been the 6th player of the year in this conference. I mean, she just gives us a huge lift. The great thing about Taylor, she does it at both ends of the floor. She gives us the energy, especially on the defensive end. And when her and Mignon are out there at the top of the zone, and they were tonight, they created a lot of turnovers and a lot of havoc. And then, she's one of the best three-point shooters in the conference. And it was nice to see that stroke go down. I think James had said, she didn't score the other night at Connecticut, but still played the entire fourth quarter and made a huge impact for us. So she doesn't have to score to, be productive in what we do. So it was great to see. I'm really happy for Taylor. That's a big-time player, and she'd be starting on pretty much, every team, but she doesn't care. She finishes a lot of games, and to me that matters more.
What's the number, what's the stat to you that matters most in evaluating whether or not you played well?
With me, it usually comes down to who makes the fewest mistakes, defensively and offensively. Turnovers are always a big thing for me. It's not necessarily the shooting. I just, you can tell when the team flows better. And tonight we flowed better when she was in the game. And that showed.
Well, there's been a lot of discussion about how much your defense has improved from the beginning of this year to right now. Your defense tonight really rotated well, at least in that first half. It looked like they were really on point. Just from your point of view, from the beginning of the year to now, much different and better is this defense?
Oh, significantly better. Night and day better. I think our last eight or nine ball games, we've really amped it up. Few teams score out of the 50s against us, and we're one of the best offensive teams, if not the best offensive team in the country. So if we can hold teams in the 50s, we're going to be pretty good shape. I think it's just been a mindset. I think Mignon has really helped that. I think, Satu, who, quite frankly, the last couple of years, and I've told her this, so it's not like she's, going to hear it tonight for the first time, has been a liability defensively. And right now, we put her on sometimes the best player on the other team. Like the other night, she guarded Megan Walker, did a great job. I think when you play someone like Ari McDonald, who's so talented, there's no one player that can stop her. And, there were times when she just went right through us. But you have to guard her with all five, and I thought we did a really good job. She made some baskets late when they didn't really matter, but I think when the game was still, in doubt, we did an awesome job on her tonight. But, it's been our defense. It's led to, more fast break points. I don't know what we got tonight. It wasn't that many, actually 8. But we've been in the 20s in fast break points lately, and a lot of that's been from our defense. So, like you guys have already talked about, we struggled early in that game, but our defense was solid, and that kept us in it. And that's going to happen sometimes.
Looking ahead to ASU, again, it's a difficult battle, and who knows what happens tonight with them, I suppose. But how do you approach this? You talked about how different you guys are.
Well, my pregame speech is going to, not be, it's not going to have to be all that great because these kids are going to be ready, guaranteed. They're going to be ready. That's our only Pac-12 loss. It's a game we gave away. I did a poor job of coaching late in that game. We should have won that game, and I didn't give us a chance to. So they're going to be hungry, guaranteed. Spring will have that team ready. Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen an opposing team with only 2 offensive boards.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
And they got both of them late. They were both in the fourth quarter. One went off Lydia's head, and they recovered it. I just thought was an emphasis tonight, and we did a good job. Everything really we wanted to try and do, we did. Second half, we wanted to get it to Ruthie, early and often, and I think she scored the first 7 or 8 points the second half. And so it was a good, well-executed game. I'm really proud of my team. They played really hard. Our fans were great. Another, almost capacity crowd. I think Sunday's game is pretty near a sellout. If our last 2 games, when we come back against the Washingtons aren't sellouts, I would be shocked. I mean, it's crazy. This is so neat, and they're seeing good basketball, and our kids love to play at home. They do. I mean, this was the 12th ranked team. This was the hottest team in the conference along with us, and we just took it to them. So I'm proud of that.